as I lead. Okay? Now, the vision of C21FG is to raise the financially free people who will help to raise other financially free people. Okay? Now, what is our short-term goal? Our short-term goal is to raise 50,000 monthly millionaires in the connected economy by the year 2024. Okay, now to create a family of millionaires who will use their money collectively to affect the world positively. This is our vision as a group. So whatever you do in this business, if you are not in tandem to this vision, obviously, you know why you are still struggling. You know why your business is not moving forward. It's not about you, okay? It's not about you. And that is why if you are here right now and your teammates are yet to connect to this training, then you're being selfish, okay? Reach out to your teammates immediately so that they can also be part of this training to acquire the same skill you're about to acquire the same knowledge that you're also about to acquire to be able to become better in their business. So that is the vision. So having said that, without wasting much time, I will be inviting my boss to take over. Okay, we all know him, the chair himself, the one and only Ambassador Dozie Okezie. Boss, the floor is yours. Please take over. Thank you.
All right. Good. Today we are going to go straight. We have already gone 16 minutes into time. Our trainer is already here, even before many of you came in. Now, this gentleman is, a lot of us know him because he's a high achiever. He has grown to become the #1 recruiter in the entire company.
Wow.
Clients Emotion Global, the #1 recruiter in the entire company. And obviously in C21FG. And he's in the top income earners in Nigeria and globally. At least for sure in the top 20 income earners in Nigeria, if not in the top 10, likely in the top 10. And this gentleman, if you listen to Dr. Mba and what he said he did, he said he outstudied, worked, and but the three things he said. This gentleman outstudied everybody. He outstudied everybody and then massively outworked almost every other person in the entire C21FG. So he's going to talk to us, and the speed at which he did what he did, and the production he did, people he brought in, and the speed used to accomplish the task. I think he broke record of raising somebody who did global ambassador in 9 months. I think maybe he'll give me the correct thing when he comes in. So please, let's bring up Dr. Ambassador Dr. Tony Akabuno. Please talk to us.
Good evening. The chair himself, a man with so much grace. You have so much grace, you know, a gentleman, and I'm happy to be doing this training. And of course, my dear brother and friend, architect Emeka, we encountered in Dubai, and they happened to be roommate also to my direct upline.
Imagine.
You know, yes, and so we have come a long way. So this is like a family to me, actually, like a family to me. You know, Emeka is a gentleman, perfect gentleman, I can say, right? I'll be doing this training. You know, I thought of what to train on, and I said, okay, let me focus on speed as a game changer, and also courage as what a lot of people lack. Okay, so that's why I titled it a topic that I titled it, role of speed and courage in MLM, and how you can say it in your team. But I need to tell us something first that will help us tonight. It's something I call ferocious concentration and fanatical execution. You know, when we write goals, a lot of us write goals, but you know, one particular thing where we don't achieve the goals we write is our level of concentration. It has to be ferocious. It has to be very, very ferocious. And how do we execute it? It has to be fanatical. You don't look behind you at all. Just you focus on what you're doing. You know, is that I applied? When I applied, and when I state a goal, we're just on what Chair was saying about the Global Ambassador record. It was Dr. Mba that did ask me. So he was asking me in writing. Then, that's when we came back from Dubai. It was in Dubai that he became Global Ambassador. When we came back, he was asking me the question then in, it was in April year 2000, because I joined the business in August 2019. So he was asking me the question in April. He said he was thinking we're going to have Philippine trip, the Lagos event for October. He was charging me up that he wants a global ambassador to come out from this team. So he was talking to Mary then, Architect Moses, me, that we should make it happen in October. So as if that was not enough, he now private chatted me. He said, Dr. T, I know you can do it. You are a speed master, you can do it, October. So I now wrote him back. I said I will do it in June that year. So he now asked me, did I understand what he asked? That in June, I'll be 10 months. I said, yes, I'll do it in June, not October. He asked, how? I told him I was going to apply ferocious concentration and I will fanatically execute it with fanatism. And I went to work. Behold, I emerged Global Ambassador in just 3 days away from 10 months. Now, to show how I duplicate in my team, the person that has a record today became Global Ambassador. I taught them what I did. He became Global Ambassador in 6 months. It was G in 6 months.
6 months?
Yes.
Jesus, that's like a miracle.
It was Global Ambassador in 6 months. So it's what I instilled. And a lot of people became Global Ambassador under 1 year. Under 1 year. Now, somebody asked how. Okay, let me tell you how. When I came into the business, like Chair said, I studied the situation. I studied everybody. I spoke to some people. And I saw a common denominator. That most people that were global ambassadors, they were global ambassadors in 3 years, 4 years. I said, why is 3 a denominator? And I work with numbers a lot, right? Now, there's something that happened in Dubai. Now, in Dubai, when Dr. Mba and Ronke emerged global ambassador, and I said, this 3 years thing is becoming like a common denominator. And I found out why. I discovered why. That was becoming like a general norm for people to do maintenance, single maintenance. Most people were doing single maintenance. And I asked, what is the maximum you can do? He said it's triple maintenance. I understood the power of triple maintenance. I understood the value. And I said that people were only afraid of spending money. And I instilled the culture. As if I instilled the culture of maintenance, I taught team members the power of maintenance, of reorder. I told them that in multi-level marketing all over the world, you have 2 arrows. Recruitment and reorder. Recruitment and reorder. I said reorder, they should be recruiting and be reordering. But in reordering, I made it a taboo and nobody's just single maintenance. I taught them until they understood triple maintenance. I said, okay, if people are now doing 3 years, super success team, we are going to do 1 year. It's simple mathematics. I'm a mathematics student. That was what I applied. Till date, people do triple maintenance in my team. I don't celebrate global ambassadors in my team if they don't achieve it under 2 years. I don't. Presently, I have 15 global ambassadors. Presently, and more will be coming up because of what I instilled. I understood the numbers.
And you came into the business
2019 August.
August 2019.
Yeah.
15 years.
Yeah. So that's it. Basically, there's something I learned from one of my number one mentor. So if some of the books I'll be recommending when I finish my training will be from him. My number one mentor that I model most of the things I do is Grant Cardone, GC. I listen to him virtually every day. He taught me the meaning of speed. He taught me what 10x is. He taught me that anything you can achieve today, you can do 10 times that thing if you get to work. That's what he taught me. And that's what I've been applying. Now, I will ask that I can share my screen, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I don't know if you can see my screen. I don't know if you can see it.
It's still coming up.
Okay, still booting. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Still trying to boot.
Yeah, it's sharing now.
It's sharing now, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is rolling from my end. Okay. Yeah. As a speed, the game changer. Relevance of speed and courage in MLM and how to create in your team. Now, courage is something that differentiates the successful from the ordinary. Now, let me tell you people now something that I've learned studying the man David. By the way, there's a part of me I need to tell everyone here. I am one of the Nigerians that's very close to the Israelis. I'm very close to the Israelis because far back as year 2000, I had the privilege of hosting a rabbi, a Jewish prophet. I took care of him in Lagos, year 2000, took care of him. I was my cook, everybody was taking care of him. He decided to pay me back to invite me to Israel. And I got close to a lot of them, so they told me a lot of their secret, right? They told me their secrets a lot. It made me understand why God said about David that committed 2 grievous sins. Committed the sin of adultery and murder. But God said about David, he's a man after my heart. He said, David, our ancestor, had courage. God loves courage a lot. He doesn't like someone that is fearful. Why? Because God puts treasures ahead of fear. So, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, this is one secret you must learn today. I learned from the Jewish people. God loves them a lot. And I can tell you, anytime you are afraid, anytime I'm afraid, anytime fear, the man that's successful is afraid. Anytime that you're afraid, the ordinary person steps back. The courageous moves forward because there is treasure ahead of fear. Ahead of any fear, there is treasure. And that capacity to move forward is called courage. And once you apply speed to it, you will get the treasure faster than anybody, all right? So that is it, okay? So why do we have people remain in this business and others quit? Why? Why do we? The reason is your speed. I'll tell you why. Most are busy competing against the crowd, but a select few are focused on disrupting and being crazy to dominate. Now, that disruption is what Arnold Schwarzenegger said in his 6 rules of success. Among the 6 rules of success that Arnold Schwarzenegger talked about, he mentioned one. He said, break the rules, but don't break the law. That's called disruption. Do the unusual things to get to where you want to get to, but don't break the law. Are being crazy to dominate. You are busy saying slow and steady wins the race, but you are slow and steady wins. Meanwhile, people are already gone. They are not in the race. You're saying slow and steady wins a race that you are not in. If you create a culture of speed, take note today, you create a culture of speed, you are the race itself. In a race, you become the race. There's no barrier anymore. Once you create a culture of speed, think about what successful people did to get to the top. Right? Just imagine what those that were successful, what did they do to get to the top? There's always speed to it. Sluggishness can never get you to the top. Never. Never. Likeness, remember, that's a fact from image and likeness. Is it therefore? Oh, somebody's telling, just give me a minute, okay? Okay, 1 hour's time, yeah. Since God created you in his image and likeness, is it not best practice, therefore, to emulate God? That we are like God, is it not so? So we must emulate him. If we don't emulate him, God is not happy. That's what it means. You understand? God, our Father, was done creating heaven and earth for 6 days before he rested on the 7th day. Now, why are you resting when you are not done? Because of this concept in life, I have learned that I have no moral right to rest when I'm not done. Now, I'm talking to you from the office. The security men in the office, if you, apart from them knowing me as doctor, they know me as the man that comes before everybody and leaves after everybody. Sometimes I leave the office at 11:30. At the time I've left at past midnight because I had not finished what I was doing. And I had no right to go and sleep because God did not rest and I was done creating. If he rested, it would not be created. He was done creating, all right? Why are you resting when you are not done? Who are you emulating? Who are you emulating, guys? You think in your mind, you think God is happy when you rest, when a lot of job remains undone. When you leave the office, you are booking calls, for example. You leave it undone, you have an event. God is unhappy because you are not done and you are resting. If you don't even think about your leader, think about God. You want God to be unhappy. God made in his image and likeness. He didn't rest until he was done. Why are you resting when you are not done? Why? A boss gives an assignment, for example. It's not around you sneak out and go home. Are you done? It's not about cheer now. Is God happy with you? God is unhappy. When God is unhappy, you don't get favor. You don't get favor. Genesis 2:15. The Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to walk it and take care of it. Walk. Though God placed Adam in the Garden of Eden in which all was provided, he nonetheless insisted that God insisted that Adam was to walk. God insisted. Adam could have lived in an idyllic and idle life, drinking from the bountiful rivers of Eden and plucking luscious fruits as he desired from all but 2 trees. But God didn't want it to happen. God's plan is for man to strive to achieve more. Strive to achieve more. Strive. Go and check the meaning of strive. Strive to achieve more. Do a lot to achieve more. That's what it means. Do a lot more. Ambition is a good thing. It is a good thing. That's why domination is a great habit, because it's been ambitious. God did not create you to compete, but to dominate. Yes. God didn't create you to compete, to dominate. Speed and constant work is what you need. To be in constant work, that means you must have courage and be fearless. If you are fearful, you're not constantly working. That is what you can duplicate by repetition. Your team members are watching you. You know, duplication for me is monkey see, monkey do. You can't teach the duplication when you are not on the field taking the action. I told team members that the day Aim Global announced that there's a reward, that's all I need to see. There's a reward for recruiting, they said from new verse up. I told my team members it was a stake. That month will not come where I will not be announced. That month will not come. Yes, so this one is ending, I think it's not on the 12th or so. It's on the 12th, right? Next week. Yeah, I think it's on the 12th. That's when it's ending. Digiverse confirmed. Awaiting Megaverse. Because to me, it's a pact, it's a decision. All right? That's how you do it. And my team members are watching. That's why when they announce this one now, as I speak now, 2 of my team members, one has done Digiverse, one has done Megaverse. Because they are watching me. You don't just teach, you must do so that they can watch you. Ecclesiastes 9:10 says, whatever your hand finds to do it with all your mind. For in the realm of the dead, where you are going, there is neither walking nor planning, nor knowledge, nor wisdom. I told some people that are free to die. Nobody lives this life alive. That's one fact I learned. Nobody lives this life alive. What are you playing safe? You are resting. When you die, you will rest. There's no work there. You rest forever. I have all my rest for now. Until I die, I will rest in the grave. Let me do the work. That's just it. Anytime I'm trained on this, I like speed is a universal denominator in all time grades, in all spheres of life. That's all and everything. Speed is their game. Lionel Messi, speed is his game. LeBron James, speed is his game. All of them I studied. It is speed, 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 speed. That's what they do. Right? It's about speed. Okay? Let me see why. Okay. Same thing to all champions. The same way success loves speed is the same way that failure loves inactivity or sluggishness. If you are inactive and sluggish, you are attracting failure. That's just a fact. Check out the lifestyle of our Lord Jesus Christ. He was on the move all the time. Go and study Jesus Christ, our Lord. Check out the lifestyle of successful presidents in the world, billionaires, CEOs. Have you seen the work ethics of Elon Musk? Have you checked the work ethics of, let's come to Nigeria. Go and check the work ethics of my dear brother, Tony Lumelu. Crazy. CEO, sports legend, top earners in MLM, spiritual leaders. Go and check them out. Then you know that you can't underrate speed. Understanding speed in MLM, you must understand it. Speed in MLM cannot be jogging so fast in the morning for 3 hours. When I see somebody don't have, what's your schedule? You are jogging for 3 hours in the morning. That's not the speed we are talking about. Speed in MLM does not mean going to play football, tennis, golf at all for 6 hours a day. Mbano, cannot work. No. Where's your ferocious concentration and laser focus? Speed does not mean attending several village meetings and so many social functions every week. The last time I called, when they come, I just tell them to give me a account of my send money to them. They are praying for me ahead of those who attended the burial. Yeah, they pray for me because I have a job to do here. Speed means intensifying activities related to the 7 fundamental skills. And in this business, the speed I'm talking about has to do with 7 fundamental skills. Your speed should be, apply speed when prospecting, when inviting, right? When presenting, speed all the time when you are closing down. My team members was asking me in Lagos when I went to Lagos last weekend. One lady, my team member was presenting, one lady was walking away with attitude. I stopped her. Before I know, I dragged her to the closed down room. I said, I go and finish the presentation. She finished. She didn't raise up. I was saying, raise up? And I brought her out again. Before they said she had crop in there, she has paid 260,000 naira. I invited her for my IQ energy. She paid 740, 1 million paid. They said, so fast. I said, because I don't have time to waste. I don't have time to waste. No, I don't. Intensify your activities, right? Abnormally insane plan to help you to excel in MLM is what I want to download now. I call it abnormally insane plan. This part is very disruptive and for those who dare to be different. If you dare to be different, my observations when I came into Shalom Plaza are good. Let me share it with you briefly. When I came to Shalom Plaza, right, first and foremost, when I came there, I was living in a hotel. When I came in, I saw some people. Now, this might make sense to some of you. It might minister to you truly as well. I saw some people that looked like people that could beg me to collect transport money to go back home. I said, one part of me said, now this business, they talk say money this so. This people are this so. Immediately, God wanted me to do this business. The voice was very clear. I heard the voice in my spirit realm. Said, Anthony, take it easy. These people you see, they are not getting there because they are slow. Apply speed. Follow what the teachers are going to tell you to teach. What you heard in the presentation is possible. They are not doing enough. That's why they are where they are. Putting it, that was all I needed to hear. From that day, from my hotel room, I come to cell meeting by 7 in the morning. I leave Shalom Plaza when they are ringing bell. That's when I leave Shalom Plaza. That was my mood. That was a divine ministration I had, right? The game plan and the end game is for you to duplicate whatever you have in your team. Recommended is something I call it recommended activities to change your game in about a year from now. Now, those that I tell to do this, all right, if you apply it within 1 year from now, please write it down, write to this date, and then let's check your book 1 year from now and see if your game will not change. Just mark my word. It's something I've done. It's tested. I'm not saying, not just reading the books. I have done it. I've done it very well. So I'm saying what I have done. So with all sense of humility, I think I have at least an average credential that should encourage you to please take my advice. I don't have the best credential, but a bit above average where you can take my advice. Number one, if it does not endanger human life or jeopardize national security, please go all in and have full focus in this business for 4 years in the first instance. These numbers came to me from the realm. I can predict the result yearly. You want to know the result? Yeah? Do you want to know? Before I go, if you don't want to know, I won't say it too. If you want to know, say yes. Just type yes. Let me just read yes. The chat. You want to know?
We want to know, yes.
You want to know? Okay.
Yes.
If you are all in with full focus, in your first 1 year, there is no way you cannot be a monthly millionaire. It's not possible. It's not. I applied it in my first 4 months. Go and ask our mastermind about it. When he called me December that year, he said, Chineke, he said, what did you earn? I said, I don't know, mastermind. And truly, I wasn't checking my DTC. I was just grinding. I was on a 90-day challenge. He said, I earned 1.2 million in December, the year I entered the business. Laser focus, all in. All in. I had a brief to do in Sokoto, but Sokoto, I'm a strategist. Strategy pays my bills. I do strategy for government. A job in Sokoto that we put in my pocket as a team lead when I am done. If it's too small, 21 million. I told them not to call me again, that I am in something that is taking me somewhere. I don't want distraction. How many of you can abandon a brief that will give you 20 million? You can't now. You know why? You'll be afraid. Say, how can I abandon it? Because you are not courageous. I abandoned it. In the first 1 year, if you follow, you are all in and you are fully focused. 1 year, you are sure to be earning at least ₦1 million. In your second year, this is what I've checked. In your second year, you can comfortably be doing at least 3 million naira every month, comfortably. In your third year, you can't do less than 5 million naira. It can be more. It can't be less than 5 million naira. In your fourth year, if you are all in, you announce your year 4, you are all in fully focused there, no distraction. It's not possible for you to earn less than 10 million. It's not possible. In the first instance, that's what you need. That's what you want to know. So if those figures excite you, then go all in and be focused. Give a minimum of 10 hours to this business for at least 6 days a week. This is what I do since I joined this business. This is what I do since I joined this business. All of my team members, when I launched 90-day challenge, they say, what am I even launching? Am I not doing 90-day challenge every day? That's what they say. So I'm doing 90-day challenge every day. I said, no, I'm not. When I do 90-day challenge, I do the 16 hours per day. I don't do 10 hours, 16 hours I do. So if you're in this business, you want to change your game, look at number 2. 10 hours, don't shake, don't do 9. 10 hours, 6 days in a week. Start duplicating with 2 downlines and start growing your team with 2 downlines. Yes, I started growing my team with 2 people because of our binary system of compensation. Once you are growing team, don't move without duplicating. Duplicate those your teams, what you are doing with those 2 people. If not, you just be restarting afresh. Honestly. Master all the 7 skills in this business if you must dominate and be super successful. Don't move on. Don't do anything until you master those skills. On a scale of 1 to 10, get to at least 8 or 9 on all the skills. All right? And teach your downlines. If you are here, you have not engaged in 90-day challenge, and you have spent 2 years in this business. I beg, you have not started. This is I turned 3 years last month. I am starting my 3rd 90-day challenge, October 1. October 1, right? Because when I studied in the books that nobody ever did more than 7 times, Eric Worre said nobody ever did more than 7 times. I said, okay, those are normal people. I said, within 10 years, I would have done 8. And that's my goal. Within 10 years, I would have done 8. Let me crack that record, right? So engage in this at least once in 2 years. For me, I'm doing it every year now. I'll try as much as possible. These are things that can change your game. Engage in 20, in 30, at least once in every 4 months. That means you are doing it at least thrice a year. Thrice a year, minimum, right? Plot to raise a minimum of, now this one is crazy, but again, it's my own game plan. This is my personal game plan. Plot the intentional, right? It's in my book. Plot to raise a minimum of 96 leaders like you, those that are like you, the effective and result-oriented leader across 8 legs. I'm not raising across 5 legs because my game plan is for 7 years. I'm not doing a game plan of 4 years. I want to raise 96 leaders across 8 legs in 7 years. Do whatever it takes. You will dominate. You will dominate. I'm selflessly telling you this secret because it's what I know. I've studied deeply and it's what I am doing. 7 years, I check the report card and see what will happen. That's 4 years from now. Recommended daily method of operation. You must have an unwavering culture to follow your DMO in a militarily rigid manner. Don't compromise. Don't compromise, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a medical doctor, so I can tell you that if you take your supplements, have mental rest, quiet time during the day, then 5 hours of sleep is okay a day, not more than 5 hours. Please stop sleeping for more than 5 hours. I sleep 4 to 5 hours every day. Stop sleeping for, who says you should sleep for 8 hours? Forget about those doctors. I'm a doctor, I can tell you. Please, 5 hours is okay. About 5 a.m., now see my DMO, I'm unleashing to you. 5 a.m. for short prayer, not a sermon, not sermon. God doesn't answer when you talk too much. Brief exercise and visit encoding room in between. If you know, you know. 5 a.m. to 6:45 can be flexible in planning your day, encoding and getting ready for the office. I'm in the office before 7 every day. All right? Every day. 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. is for cell meetings strictly from Monday to Friday. I am an advocate of a physical cell meeting. I like eyeball to eyeball contact. I teach, I'm a teacher, and I learn from people. Zoom does not give me all the result I need. A lot of my leaders do Zoom, but I do a physical cell meeting in my office, all right? For those new leaders I'm raising, okay? All right? 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. is when you have brief meetings to solve pending problems of your leaders and inner circle members. You must solve problem, because problem solving is one of the highest paying skills in the world. I solve problem for my leaders and my inner circle members. 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. is when you focus on prospects scheduled for your first presentation and ensure the stage is prepared for the first presentation. Lead from the front. I am in the office to lead and tell them what to do. I don't leave anything to chance. 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you are not the one presenting, I recommend you follow up or do some personal development if you're not the one presenting, all right? If you're not the one presenting, do that follow-up. 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., join in the close down for every session. Have a quick lunch and check on activities of your downlines and mentees. Although I know a lot of my team have been begging me to eat lunch because I eat once a day anyway. I just take some juice and I'll be fine, all right? Our supplements are very good, though, in case you don't know, I can tell you. Eh? If I tell you what our supplement does, you begin to swallow that in per second. It's not, there's no overdose. I hope you know it's just fruit. There's no overdose. 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., have both mental and physical review of your activities and to-do lists. Always have a to-do list. It's very important. 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., presentation online or offline. If you are not presenting, this is a good time to also follow up on everyone that has seen the business. I don't joke with follow-up. That's where the fortune is. So that's why I use in raising my numbers during the lockdown. Some of you that were in the equity room saw during the lockdown, I was requesting 15 per session. Yeah? You know how I did it? It was through follow-up. I was following up. People were paying money while they were at home. It's through follow-up. 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Invitation calls. Invitation calls, because we're in the business of sacrifice. I have an event in Enugu and Port Harcourt this week. Enugu, Friday, Saturday, no, Thursday, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I will take the sessions in Enugu tomorrow late and Friday. And I take a car straight to Port Harcourt and I run events in Port Harcourt Saturday and Sunday. I do invitation calls. But because this training is very important to me, because in our life, nobody can succeed without selflessness. You can't. So this is also more important to me than the invitation calls I would have been making now. So I'm happy I'm doing this training because somebody will benefit. I love the Gateway School skill and feel excited when I invite people professionally. I do invitation calls occasionally into 10 p.m. if we have mega events and a lot of bookings plus presentations, eating deep into calling time. If you have the skill, you can call late. But if you don't have the skill, when I finish training, I'm going to make calls. I call a lady in Lagos one time by 11 p.m. The baby was crying. It's very late. See I said, madam, I'm calling because of that your crying baby. The lady started laughing. I said, this is an emergency. If I don't call you, you understand, there won't be any other opportunity. I said, it's tomorrow. I will receive a query because you were highly recommended. As I said, I booked the lady in Nigeria. She came to Lake in Lagos, paid money, came with her baby. Because I'm fearless. So if you have the skill, you can do it now. I fear you. 9 p.m. to 11 p.m., mentorship and personal development. I still take calls and do mentorship at times till 1 a.m. Right? 11 p.m. to midnight, review your activities and engage your leaders on general matters. I talk to my leaders usually from 11 p.m. to midnight. I reply all my vital messages on WhatsApp, right? But not the kind of message from Chair. If I see message from Chair, I must respond immediately. But there are some I reply later on. Chair zone is an emergency, and other leaders. I always reply messages of my leaders. From midnight, you can pray and sleep or do whatever will release happiness hormone. If you know, you know. But remember, you have to be up at 5 a.m. as you engage in activities that will make you happy. Remember, okay? Momentum, the quantum of motion of a moving body. measured as a product of its mass and velocity. That's momentum, guys. This business of multi-level marketing is about momentum. Make no mistake about it. Make no mistake about this, guys. I tell you, don't joke with your momentum. Without a sustained momentum, no team can dominate. It can't happen. Momentum must be visible. Then domination becomes easy. And when a team does not dominate, that team is in a space of competition. You know what happens when you're competing? Competition is extremely unhealthy and exposes you to too many danger. Have you not seen that when chickens move around, they are together? You see eagles flock around, they are high up. They can only encounter an eagle. They are dominating. In domination, you stand out. And not in a crowd. We didn't concern you and crowd. But domination separates you from the dangerous crowd. Please learn to dominate, I beg you. It's healthy. Go for domination and stand out. That's my advice. When you refuse to dominate and settle for competition, that is being average and normal. You are conforming. You are being ordinary. You have to start being extraordinary. Try to be different from others and be extraordinary. Remember, one of the 6 rules of success is to break some rules, but don't break the law. Success loves speed. Disrupt. Momentum triggers speed naturally. Naturally, you won't force it. Constant activities will always produce sustained momentum. Always. Sustained momentum gives excellent results. You know, if you have speed, when you are goofy, nobody will know. When you goof, nobody will know. Trust me. When you goof, nobody will know. When Dr. Mba told me that, he said that Amb Global did not announce top 20 distributor in 2020. He said, but he got a win from our president, entrepreneur mentor, and Amb Global chairman, that I break into the top 20 in 2020 as the 1 year of my entering the business. But I wasn't so excited. And I told Dr. Mba, said, I'm just on track. It's momentum I'm building, that's all. And when you're building momentum, everything happens naturally. You don't control it. Keep trying and be the last person standing. That's what I'll tell you. Just keep trying. Be the last person. Success consists of going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. When you are afraid of failure, you're not ready to succeed. That's always in churches said. You remember who that is? Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. It's the courage to continue when you go down. Are you ready to move? Take note of this quote. Nothing in the world can take the place of persistent. Nothing. Talent will not. If you are talented, I don't care. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Success will not. Education will not. Persistence and determination alone are truly omnipotent. If you are determined to achieve what you put in your goal book, when you persist with laser focus, let me quickly take you through this by roundup, the 7 cardinal principles to be super successful in MLM. These are my cardinal principles that I devise. Number 1, commit to God. Number 2, laser focus. Number 3, commitment. Consistency, persistency, determination, and selflessness. Let me go back in case you did not see it. Selflessness. All right? I don't joke with selflessness. The motto of my alma mater, Methodist Boys High School, is non sibi sed alis. It's a Latin word that means not for us but for others. That's why I got that culture. Not for us but for others. I'm not living this life for myself but for others. All right? The deal today, guys, as we try to round up, what's the deal? Do not rest until you are done with what? Mastering all the 7 skills. Don't rest, guys. Don't go to sleep. Transform to be that leader other leaders are looking for. Be that leader other leaders are looking for. Duplicating effectively is key. Raising exceptional leaders like you. That's the deal. Selflessly give back to the society. That's one principle you cannot joke with. And I'm happy we do that in C21FG. Exit the stage as a legend. Make sure when you exit, they know who you are. Don't go unannounced. Fast track to massive results now. Be ready for speed. You have heard that success loves speed, right? You have also heard about common denominators of top earners. You have heard those things, right? You want to be successful and to be resolutely unstoppable? Should I tell you the absolute truth? If I don't get your answer, you don't want me to tell you. I'm telling you one truth tonight. Do you want me to tell you the truth? Do you want me to tell you the truth? Okay, you don't want me to.
Please go ahead.
I should go ahead. Okay, let me go ahead.
Please go ahead.
What's the deal? Hello, guys. Burn the damn bridge down. Burn the freaking boat. Kill the fucking captain. Take no prisoner of war. The Dawn says everybody and everything must go down. What am I telling you? If you are doing this business part-time, forget it. Forget it. Take your letter of resignation tonight, write it and drop it tomorrow morning with courage. Do not be afraid. This is what the Dawn says. Everybody and everything must go down. Submit your letter of resignation tomorrow morning with courage. There's no way you cannot be successful. This is what I know, except you're not doing this business. Decide to go on in today. When I run a training, I always give this advice. Going all in is the hardest decision that you will guarantee you a good life. It will guarantee you a good life in MLM. There are too many examples in C200 to encourage you. There are too many examples. If you experience fear, that means you should approach it. I have many paths. I've moved around the world. I've done major businesses. I've consulted for presidents of this country. I've been in touch with one of the esteemed presidents of this country. Ministers call me by first name. But trust me, with everything I've done, nothing like MLM, nothing like it. My friends are CEOs of banks, MDs of banks, but I tell them MLM is a game, and they agree with me. God will love you more if you kill fear and be damn courageous. He will love you like David. Part-time will never allow you to apply the recommended speed. Never. The speed I talked to you about, part-time is out of it. It can't work. Not my kind of speed. It can't work. Never. Why part-time in this and not in other regular jobs? MLM is under trial. Is that your point? We are not under trial. I'm sorry. The other thing in life is to learn is which bridge to cross and which one to burn. Which one are you burning? It's serious. I like to burn my bridges while I'm still standing on them, so people know I am serious about my crazy. I will burn a bridge when it pays bills for me. I burn it when I'm standing, not when you are down. Resign from that job that pays you 500,000 naira a month. Ordinary 500,000, I don't want to resign. Resign. End game, your goal. That's the end game. The end game in LM is residual income. That's our goal. The only thing that can guarantee residual income is duplication. Without duplication, I'm talking about, it can't work. Why are you duplicating? What are you duplicating? What you are duplicating is knowledge and effective strategy, not ignorance. Don't duplicate what is not working. Use the C2 Energy trusted and tested system to selflessly duplicate. I love C2 Energy because of the system. The door to residual income opens when you do this. Now, on a final note, my secret, my ultimate secret, they are downloading now. Sell meetings, attend on event, hustle like I am broke. I hustle as if I'm broke. Self-development, I don't joke with it. If you come to my office, it's like I run a library. 10x always, speed is my game. I'm a 10x master. Show up early and leave later than everyone. That's my principle. That's my secret too. Selflessness. So you have seen the secret of Dr. Tony Akabuno, right? Persistence, and I'm all in, not negotiable. This is my secret. Nothing beyond what I just showed you now, right? Altar call is not for you guys now. So I did this. When I run this training, and I want to run it, I collect money for people. As I leave the stage, let me ask you this question now, right? I want to ask you this before I end, before I say thank you. I ask you, did you get value? I want to be sure you got value, because I try to be very calm as I'm delivering this, not my usual speed. And will you attempt to follow my advice? The advice I've given you in your best interest, follow it. Will you promise to never quit this business? If you quit this business, you are not my friend. I'm sorry. Will you do whatever it takes to revenge with success against those who reject you? If you quit, you are not my friend. You know why? You can't dance with the devil and win. I can't be around who you try to influence me. I won't. Will you always be loyal to the leadership of C2NFG? If you're not loyal to C2NFG leaders, people that have brought up a system that we are benefiting from, loyalty is adopting a plan they put in place. If you are not doing it, then you are joking. You're just a joke. I take permission to take a bow. And I say, God bless you. The chair, thank you for this privilege. Thank you for everyone. Thank you, everyone, for this opportunity to share. I love it when I share what I have.
Dr. Tony.
God bless you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Good thing that this is recorded. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. We're going to go over and over this. Now, what you have shared here is ruthless and massive. It's not for lily-livered people. That's what it takes anyway. It's all in and it's ruthless. No holds barred. Take no prisoners. That's the level, the extent that can achieve what you have done and what is possible in this business. Because, in network marketing, out of 100%, only about 2% are in the top. And in fact, so what it means that the floor is populated by losers and, lazy people and, also ran people and just in Igbo language, said, let's go. Others are going. People who are just there, just for it, who come around. So to get to that level, you have to, quadruple, 10x. Thank you very much, Tony Akabuno.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Ferocious concentration and fanatical execution.
Yes.
This is little. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Bye bye everyone. Bye bye everyone.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We'll call you again,
No problem.
sometime.
No
Thank you very
problem.
much.
No problem.
When the chair calls, you answer.
Yes.
I salute you.
All right, sir.
I salute you.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.